Truth man here. See, I told y'all. I told y'all. So, before we get back, we got to make this part two because my job in Arizona just called me and told me that my start date is the 5th. Dude, listen. One day y'all gonna listen to me, man. I know a lot of y'all. Now, this, I don't know. I may have to be this way for a couple days. But I'm gonna go down there and do it. Because I start on the 5th. So I'm gonna get there if I gotta hitchhike, if I gotta walk. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna be there. And I gotta buy my uniform. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna try to get down there on the 3rd. So on the 4th, I can just collect my thoughts. Now and we're gonna get back into this Sunday sermon because we still got all day. The Most High always gonna look out for me, y'all. The Most High, the Most High is always gonna look out for his people. Sometimes he goes slower because he wants to toughen us up. So I ain't gonna show the logo, but it's funny how in my van, I'm gonna try not to. This is the correctional shirt from the place I was working at. And a lot of the correctional officers there were cool, man. It's just the way they ran it. And how I was the most experienced out of my group. And it's like they was trying to treat me like they treated them. And they know that I already knew what I was doing. I couldn't go for that, y'all. What I look like? 14 years experience and letting somebody treat me like I ain't even got 14 days experience. And the Most High knew that. And what happens sometimes, though, is the Most High allows things to play out sometimes. So he can favor people, so he can bless people. He'll sometimes get completely out of the way and see how they do things. But he also does that so he can judge. Not that he wants to, but sometimes he needs to. So, update, January 5th, my first day on the job. If y'all can help me get back down there. I said I was going to show y'all something. I went across some numbers. So, my car, it will cost me probably a little over $6,000 to get my car back, get it right, and ship it. But it would be cheaper for me to just go back down there. My Cash App is $NMNSASC if you want to help me. NMNSASC if you want to help me. So, shout out to my kids. I'm going to always figure out a way. Because I'm going to tell you something. My decisions, I always been a father for them. Always been there, everything. But sometimes it was times where I just had to be a man. And I just couldn't go. Man, My glass is fogging up. Y'all see that? So we are going to upload part 1, but I stopped part 1 because, and I'm glad I answered. I didn't know who that was. It just said prison/jail. And it was the human resources person telling me that they got everything they need for me to start. So now, let me break down the numbers. So I was looking at some flights, and they have nonstop flights, but right now I can book them for like the second or third, and it'll be cheaper. But the ones that they got now, and it don't have to be a nonstop flight. If I have to lay over, I done laid over before. This is going to be my 3rd time flying. The first time we laid over in Houston. But I told y'all, man, see, now I don't want to go into details what I'm getting ready to do from a ministry perspective, but I do have some plans that are gonna change the world. You know? And it's like I'm looking, it's some other I done came across some guys that I'm gonna reach out to y'all. One in particular, I'm gonna reach out to him because I see his heart. He got a good heart, and I'm trying to convince him once I get all this going to move down to Arizona. And even when my funds get right, I'm gonna help him do it. But the show must go on, y'all. Listen, because one woman can't see what you are. Because 2 women can't see what you are. There's plenty of fish in the sea. Let them think they're going to find some perfect guy. They ain't going to even find a guy better than you. Yeah, these dudes are slaying pipe all day. Hump, hump, hump. But after they done, are they going to commit to you? Are they going to marry you? And if they do marry you, some women say they not going to share a man. Is that true? These dudes will literally take a dirty prostitute and raw dog her and then go back to their wife. I ain't never did it. I would never do that. If I got down on my luck and I paid for some, you better believe I'm going to have on the sleeve. You better believe I'm going to have on that sleeve. But me personally, I can't see myself ever doing that. If I did it, it would be an act of defiance towards some woman or something. But I don't see myself going there, because if a woman try to deny me sex next time, I'm just going to get more women or another woman. As soon as she do it. If she not sick or something wrong with her, the minute she do it, I'll probably warn her the first time. The second time, Steph Curry, time to shoot. Try to keep that up. So, I need to, this is part 2, y'all. Like I said, the job just called me, and I'm ready to start. Y'all gonna help me get there. Y'all gonna help me sustain myself until, cause I ain't gonna get no paycheck till like the 18th. But I get there on the 4th. I got a rental car. I'll be good. Cause my hours is from 6:30 in the morning to 3:30 in the afternoon. I'll take a break to like 5:30, and I'm gonna be out there dashing for at least 3 hours. So as long as I could get there and get a car, a two-row car, I gotta pay because I took the car back late because my money was short. I had to balance my money to eat and this. So I took the car back late, and the host charged me $43. I want to pay them the $43. Turo charged me, like I told you, somebody hit me. When I get there, hey, listen, man, I don't want this to take too long, y'all. They gonna pay me for it. They are. But I'm not gonna drag it on, faking like I'm hurt and stuff like that. I'm like, look, he did it. I'm still a little dinged up. Let's just settle. So before we start, I was calculating. Remember, I told you to get my car back. It's probably gonna be a little too steep, unless one of y'all come through big time. I know I got some rich people on here. I got some people that $8,000 is $8. So that's what I need to get my car back, ship it, and still do what I need to do when I get there. But to do it the other way, just to get back down there. And so I'm going to try not to spend the money y'all been giving me, and shout out, if you can't do Cash App and you do super thanks, I appreciate you the same, because that's going to be next month. Like, that's going to be like YouTube. You have to, it has to be at least $100 for them to pay you out the next month. So the cash, the super thanks that people been giving me, I appreciate it the same. They're going to pay it out next month. They're going to take fees out of it, but they take fees on Cash App. The only difference is Cash App fees is cheaper than YouTube. YouTube is 30%. Cash App depends on what it is. So we sponsored by WeHaulDirect.com. A real one. We're going to talk about the real ones today. That's one of them. I wouldn't care if he not even that spiritual. Sometimes the things you do show, like people this you don't got to give all your stuff away, but when a person is generous in today's world, I know they not far from the kingdom if they not already in. It's like they in the backyard of the kingdom, and I'm going to read it to you. I'm going to prove it to you. Like a person that maybe they ain't never made it official with the Most High. But the soldiers of the Most High, it's like they love them, they generous towards them. It's because they got some type of discernment in their heart. They in the backyard of the kingdom if they not there. These type of people I'm about to talk, excuse me, cold air. The type of people I'm about to talk about into this sermon one are either in the kingdom already or they in the backyard. They in the overflow. A lot of these other people go to church every Sunday and they could know you, and they still going, from a money standpoint, they're going to be stingy towards you. People know all I want is a car. All I want is to be able to work. And even when I get there, I'm going to do the job and the gig. Because I got to catch up. I do. So, I could probably catch a flight. Remember, they charge you $80 for both bags. And before I leave, I'm finna get that real ID, man, because they let me come back. It was just a favor. It was favor. So I'm like, I got the lockbox. Somebody gave me the lockbox, favor. And then I'm thinking, I'm in the line, like, oh man, I hope they don't try to stop me. Because I got to, I came back here to get, I guess, I got to see my kids, got to spend a little time with them. That was the best part. But also, it seemed like besides my kids, I came back here for people to tell me how bad I am and to use their power to send me on my way after telling me to come back up here and do this. And the other one, oh, you just here because, but you know what? I ain't gonna give them too much airtime. I'm not. I'm about to turn the page. So, and they even told me so I asked her, I said, so how does the $5,000 sign-on work? They say they give it to you in 3 installments. So now I'm calculating, y'all. So, and when I know it's coming, I'm going to be working overtime to have with that. Because guess what? That first increment is going to hit around tax time. Yeah. So I start on the 5th. So that means by February 5th, I'm going to get the first increment. Now you divide by 3, 5,000 by 3 is what? 16, plus you got to add the 2. It's like 1668. So they're going to give me on top of that check that I get around February 5th, they're going to give me an additional 1668. And I'm going to have that on my calendar because I'm going to be dashing. I'm going to be, and I'm paying somebody off in full. I got 2 people. I got people that I got to pay off, but I got 2 main people that gave me the most. I'm paying one of them off in full that week. But $16.68, that first, they said the 30 days. Then she said, what did she say? The last one she said it'd be 4 months of service. So after I done worked for them 4 months, which would basically be February, March, April, May 5th, they're going to give me that last one. The middle one, what did she say? I forgot. So, let me tell you something. Don't ever be one of them people that you let the troubles that you had in life make you think the Most High ain't real. This Sunday, the Most High know how I've been feeling. And I'm going to tell y'all something else. People try to be more strict in regards to sin than the Most High do. The Most High knows he gives you time. Grace is just giving you time to do right. So from now on, I'm not dealing with no woman that was previously married. I just wouldn't. If that's the case, then y'all already know who I would have went and grabbed first. Y'all be on my page. But I can't. So that's going to be one. Okay, let's get into this. Verse 31, Matthew 25, New American Standard Bible, if you want to read it. the way I'm going to read it. Now, it might be some words I might not say, but y'all know I don't like to use, every now and then I use God, but I don't like to use Lord. Do your research on what that name means. Excuse me, y'all, for allowing y'all to hear my congestion. I apologize. So verse 31, but when the Son of Man comes in his glory and all that word angels, I don't really like using that either. All the other sons of God with him, then he will sit on his glorious throne, and all the nations will be gathered before him, and he will separate them from one another, just as the shepherd separates the sheep from the goats. Now, I'm going to show y'all how important this is, what we're about to talk about. And he will put the sheep on his right, but the goats on the left. Verse 34, then the king will say to those on his right. So the son whose name was changed is going to be the king. The other sons, we don't know, the ones like Michael, Gabriel, the ones that stayed with him, we don't know exactly what their function will be, but because they stayed with him, he'll probably give them their own portion as well. So here's what I believe, and this is deep. I believe that the sons that stayed with him are going to be rewarded just like the people of the earth. What he's going to do is, even though we made it to the kingdom, and even though we're going to have our own mansion, I believe that those sons are going to be appointed as kings. And all of us that make it in, we're going to be under one of them. The Most High is going to be the highest king, but he going to, look, man, the Most High done been through enough as it is dealing with us. So he's still going to be there, but this is how it's going to be. It says, verse 34, then the king will say to those on his right, come, you who are blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. This is why we see us at the beginning of the scripture. Us don't mean Elohim's that they was equal with him. Us mean that when he created, they was there. So it's like, because they saw it, it's like he knew he was going, it was us. And they probably helped somehow. Verse 32 or verse 35. For I was hungry and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty. You gave me something to drink. I was a stranger and you invited me in. Naked and you clothed me. I was sick and you visited me. I was in prison and you came to me. Verse 37. Then the righteous, not the unrighteous. Remember, the unrighteous are on the left. We're going to get to them later. Y'all think I'm making this up? I'm going to break this down for you. So if a person is trying to act like they're more spiritual than you because they got more real estate than you or they got more money than you, this right here is going to show you where they stand. I had one guy, he got money on top of money, and he refused to help me at all. And we was friends. Well, actually, two. Two of them did this. They ain't know how bad it was. I told him, one of them, he didn't care. But he tried to pray over his food, try to act like he just got morals and this, that, and the other. Your morals not going to save you. Morals alone is not going to save you. Pay attention. I'm about to break it down for y'all. It's a lot of people with morals that's in hell right now, and they have morals. He said, verse 37, then the righteous will answer him, Master, King, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you something to drink? And when did we see you as a stranger and invite you in, or naked and clothe you? And when did we see you sick or in prison and come to you? And the king will answer and say to them, truly I say to you, to the extent that you did it for one of these, the least of these brothers or sisters of mine, you did it for me. It's going to be people that knew about this situation. It was in their power to help, and they didn't. Those people probably did this to somebody before. They're going to be on the left if they don't get that right. So he's saying that this is what shows you who's righteous. Because look, let's go back up. Then we're going to go to the rich young ruler. Remember him? Yeah. We're going to talk about him too. So it says, then the righteous will answer him. This how you know who with him and who ain't. When it be in people power to help people, they're going to find a way to do it. Now, nobody's going to help everybody because you can't. You got to help yourself too. You be having family, you be having this, that. But the Most High will test you and will give you opportunities on top of opportunities. This right here. Even if you sent it to a rescue mission or something, that's going to count in your favor. Whether you do it directly or indirectly. And some people got too much sin to be carrying on like this. You ask them to use their car, they cuss you out and hang up in your face. They going to have to answer for that. You doing a man of the Most High like this. And it's like sympathy is in me, but sympathy towards some people has left. See, people they be knowing about you, so they be wanting to believe that you're not a child of the Most High. But you believe in somebody, a name ain't in the book of life, ain't gonna take it out. If it's there, it's there. He said, you do this to the least of these brothers and sisters of mine. If their name is in the book of life, the sons of the Most High are our brothers. And don't give me that Christianity or Islam, no disrespect to either one of them. But look at some of the people that's in there. Stingy as hell. He said, then the righteous will say, when did we do this? It's like some of them ain't going to even know. I'll be like, oh, okay, I remember that. He'd be like, oh, yeah, remember that guy that didn't have a coat? Well, the devil sent legions of demons to oppress him, and he lost his coat. He lost his things. His neighbor name wasn't in the book of life and burned down the building he was living in. And he didn't have no money to get a coat. Oh, I gave him a coat. Oh, yeah, I remember that. That kind of stuff. Remember my prophet had the car accident in New Mexico? And you gave him, this person know I'm talking about, you gave him all that money. Oh, yeah, I remember that. You did it to him. You did it to me. And with the prophets, not only do you get that reward, you get an extra reward when you do something for a prophet. This is what people don't realize, because they think because I'm brutish, that somehow I'm not who I say. You can't take that away from me, man. I can be a little zealoty, but you can't take that away from me. Verse 38, and when did we see you as a stranger or invite you in, or naked and clothe you? And when did we see you sick or in prison and come to you? We got to do better with these prison ministries. We got to do better with this hospital stuff. If somebody is in hospice, we got to get to the point where we got our funds to the point where we can have people that just go to hospice and just preach that word to them and get them in the right spirit so that they won't lose their souls. You got to go to the prisons. You don't worry about them. If a riot break out and they try to fight you, man, don't you know how to fight? You think I'm going to be like, here's my cheek. Nope. If I was in the prison ministry and they was coming after me, I'm going to be fighting right with them. Fighting. Dumping people on their head. Gouging eyes. I'm going to be fighting like it's the Royal Rumble. Remember the Royal Rumble? I ain't going to be, all right, hallelujah. Nope, I'm going to set my Bible down. Might set my glasses down. Hey, man, listen. If they break my jaw, hopefully they won't. How am I preach? If they juke me in the throat, how am I preach the word? So I got to focus on fighting my way out of that. Come on now. Just me. It's me we talking about. So, verse 41, stingy. Shout out to the people that, listen, man, you know who you are. He talking about you, the righteous. Oh, yeah, I did that for Prophet Howard. Oh, yeah, I sent him that 25. You did it for the Most High. You didn't just do that for me. You did that for the whole entire kingdom. And this is why I say it's going to be Hebrew Israelites up there. It's going to be a little bit of everything that worship the God above. Read your Bible, every nation, every tribe. So if I can't get you to agree with me, but you got faith, hey, man, I'm not going to hold it against you. There's going to be Jehovah's Witnesses up there. There's going to be Muslim up there. There's going to be Christian, Hebrew Israelites. I don't teach that just Christian. Some of y'all are stingy as hell. I went to a cousin. Yeah, man. Yeah, hey, listen, you still a relative, but I know you had what I asked you for. And I'm talking about one of my preacher cousins. Now, what I respect is you told me no, just flat out. But what I don't like is how you be sending me all them scriptures and you couldn't even help me. I know you got that. You got your own business, and you got your own church. So be careful. Be careful. I don't know where you stand. I don't be around you like that. But that wasn't right. Because I know you got that. I know you. And then let me say this. I got another relative that always want to tell you who your cousins are, this, that, and the other. Man, do not come to me with that no more. My family is these people I'm talking about right here. Verses 34 through 40. If I come to you and you in position to help me and you don't, especially if I know you giving it to a preacher, because some people, your preacher is fake. Allegedly made a baby out of wedlock and everything. Come on now. Everybody know about dude. And you give your money to him week after week. And your own people, your own blood. I ain't gonna say this person didn't give nothing. But I will say that they know my situation and they could have done more than they did. Because that preacher is getting 10% from them. See, I ain't pulling no punches today. I ain't gonna say who these people are. But if they see this, they just do. The person did offer me to stay there, but I look at it like, just help me get a car. That's all you had to do. Then I could get out here and do my own thing. Because even if I stay with you, then I gotta wait till you cook to eat? All 293 pounds? Because if I'm not working, how am I eat? Think about it. But let's get back to this, because we got to get to the rich young ruler. Verse 41, then he will also say to those on the left, depart from me, you accursed people. See, some of them, they got houses, they got cars. They seem to be doing good on the surface. Got money in the bank, but he called them accursed. And he gonna tell you why. Into the eternal fire. This ain't talking about hell. Y'all know, if y'all been watching me, hell is the holding place. That's not the eternal fire. The lake of fire is the eternal fire. Not hell. Hell is just the holding place. It's like the spiritual county jail until you go to court and get sentenced. You know, you go to court and they tell you what you're accused of. Ain't gonna be no accused of. They know you did it. Into the eternal fire which has been prepared for the devil and, it say his, but hey, listen. Leviathan is not no he. Leviathan is a she. Okay? Leviathan is the serpent in the garden. Leviathan is the dragon of Revelation. And read the book of Enoch. Verse 42. So it's basically saying that the eternal fire was prepared for the devil and the sons that followed her. 200 to be exact. Verse 42, for I was hungry and you gave me nothing to eat. I was thirsty and you gave me nothing to drink. I was a stranger and you did not invite me in. Naked and you did not clothe me. Sick and in prison and you did not visit me. Notice how they put sick and in prison together. Because a person is sick and a person is in prison, they both need you to visit them. See, what happens is people don't be having their money right and their lives right, so they don't have time to do this. But you got to get your money right and get your life right so you can do this. Verse 44, then they themselves also will answer, Master, King, when did we see you hungry or thirsty or as a stranger or naked or sick or in prison and did not take care of you? Notice it was worded different. All that stuff is taking care of somebody. All that stuff is supporting somebody. Verse 45, then he will answer them, truly I say unto you, to the extent that you did not do it for the least of these, you did not do it for me either. These will go away into eternal punishment, but the righteous into eternal life. So what he's basically saying is sometimes that little being stingy, that's a characteristic of a lost person. And you don't have to give all of your stuff away, but that's a characteristic of a lost person. I just read it to you in detail, and I'm going to give you even more. Watch this. Rich young ruler. That's all I got to put in. And watch the scripture comes up. The rich young ruler. So you ain't got to, look, man, you ain't got to argue with these people. The words say what it say. I was arguing with this guy, and I'm like, okay. Mark chapter 10, NASB. Now, I'll tell you somebody, like my father-in-law, like, he just got to watch what he say about me, but he demonstrates this. He always demonstrated this. Him and my mother-in-law, they just got the other stuff. They like right there. They done have more people than a lot of so-called believers have. I'm telling you. They just got to quit getting emotional over all of this and realize that maybe my daughter did have a part in this. So, okay. They was talking about divorce at first. And he got on that. But then he went to the rich young ruler came up. He made it clear that you can't just divorce for any old reason. Like, some of y'all just need to just don't get divorced. Just go and get you a different wife. You better off. Like, because if you like had a hand in anything that she does afterward, he was basically saying, be careful. You better off just leaving and getting you another wife and not even divorcing her. And that teaching go deep, man. Look, a man, the rules are different for a man, but it ain't sweet. It ain't sweet. You better know. Okay, look at verse 17 of Mark chapter 10, New American Standard Bible. As he was setting out on a journey, a man ran up to him and knelt before him and asked him, good teacher, what shall I do so that I may inherit eternal life? It says that the son said to him, why do you call me good? No one is good except the Most High alone. Look, I ain't gonna erase nobody's faith, but y'all better pay a little more attention to this. Verse 19, you know the commandments. Look, he was just setting him up. You know the commandments. Do not murder. Do not commit adultery. Do not steal. Do not give false testimony. Do not defraud. Honor your father and mother. And he said to him, teacher, I have kept all these things from my youth. Looking at him, it said the son showed love to him and said to him, one thing you lack. Go and sell all you possess and give to the poor, and you will have treasure in heaven. And come and follow me. Look at verse 22. It said, but he was deeply dismayed by these words, and he went away grieving, for he was one who owned much property. All that, man, I don't believe in renting to friends and family. Dude, okay. Well, you shouldn't have never went down there with short funds. Okay. So he said the one thing you lack. What he was showing the rich young ruler is you had the 10 commandments, but you had them other commandments too. You got one that says, love the Most High with all your heart, all your mind, all your soul, and all your strength. And remember, the other one say, love your neighbor as yourself. So if it was him, he would want his neighbor to help him. Say he owned much property. So he tested him. He said, go sell everything you had. And the Most High is the type that if he tell you to do something, he would have gave him even more. Remember what happened to Job? How Job and Joseph, same thing with Joseph. Job lost everything. But when he figured it out and got his attitude right and walked by faith again, the Bible say he had more at the end than he did at the beginning. We're going to go to it. Watch this. Let's go to the end of the book of Job. Let's go to Job. Let's look at what happened with Job. Job lost everything. We get cars repossessed. We get houses foreclosed. But what did Job say? The Most High gives, and the Most High takes away. Blessed be the name of the Most High. The book of Job, NASB. What chapter was that? End of the book of Job. Okay, we'll say chapter. Let's read chapter 41 first. We're gonna skim through chapter 41. My hands is cold. I ain't gonna lie, he came through kind of quick that time. But I still got to get back down there. I ain't worried about it, y'all. I know I'm going to get back down there. I was waiting to hear from them after all that stuff yesterday. Wait, hold on. Let me see. See, this is all when Job figured it out. I love the Most High, y'all. You know how a son looks up to his father? I looked up. I looked up to my father like that. My sons looked up to me like that. And now I look up to the Most High like that. And I have, regardless of what I lost, regardless of the health problems time to time. One time I got burned up on the job, and it was, I was preaching to people, I was witnessing to people, and what was crazy is after that happened, they kind of was distant toward me. They ain't, because they ain't understand. Uh, uh, they thought, people be thinking, people don't be knowing that Bible, man. And like, some of them was starting to listen to me too when that happened. And so when it happened, man, I was in the hospital like 3 days. They had me bandaged up like a mummy, like literally from the top of my head to my feet, just completely bandaged up. And even if I remember correctly, I could be wrong, but even places that wasn't burned, they had it wrapped up. My whole face, look at my face. My whole face, when it happened, my skin was dripping off. I looked at my arm when they put it out, I saw skin just dripping like this. You a goofy if you are even willing to take that chance to go down. I'm gonna tell you. And it's like the nurses were like so patient with me. I was half talking. I was just disappointed. Like, how could I go from the street life and the things that I was doing for this to happen? And I loved my chest, y'all. Like my chest, I used to be in the mirror just making my chest jump. Like that was like I practically was borderline arrogant over my chest. Look at that. My beard is getting wild again, y'all. And that was the main part that the fire, was touching basically. Because that's where the fire was burning the most until they put it out. So I'm just laying there like trying to look at my chest like I wonder how my chest gonna look now. And the nurses was just, you'll be okay, you'll be okay. It was weird because that third day when they took the band-aids off my face, I had the last burn. It was like right here, like somewhere on my chin. I didn't have all this beard back then. I was only 23 or something like that. It was like at this foundry, and they was just trying to rush along, so we didn't do something right, and they end up igniting them. And so when she saw my face, she practically was like, she couldn't believe it. She gave me a mirror. I was like, what? But when I was laying there, I never lost my faith. I was a young a young believer. I was still in Christianity. My knowledge hadn't advanced beyond it yet. But I ain't lose my faith. When I lost my two kids, we think one of them might have been a girl. I ain't lose my faith. When I was losing cars and losing houses, and people were saying, "Oh, he gonna lose everything he get," I still didn't lose my faith. I still got faith, stronger than ever. And the crazy part about it is now I know how to use it. See, I never lost it, but now I know how to use it. I apologize to y'all, man. Real men cry. Come put the boxing gloves on. If you ain't never cried, come put the boxing gloves on with me. I'm going to hit you in your eye, and I guarantee you a tear come out. I was pausing it, but I can't help it, y'all. I can't help it, man. The Most High just too good. And I understand, being a seasoned believer, that sometimes you got to go through training, just like in the military. I got military guy, Big Parks. I got a couple other military guys on here. They not gonna just let you just be in the barracks slap boxing with your friends. They gonna take you through trainings. Just like when I start this job, we gonna have to be running. They gonna get us in shape. I already know. They already told me. So that's what she was telling me. They're gonna get us in shape. But now I know that the rest of the vision that I was seeing, what the Most High want to come to pass, finna come to pass until he chooses for me to pass. A lot of people will give up on you. I'm gonna tell you something, man. Job is Job. You are you. A lot of people that gave up on me, I'm not gonna be dealing with them like that. I'm not gonna hold it against them. But they can't, like if you gave up on me, I can't trust you. The devil might use you to disrupt. I can't trust people who gave up on me. But what I want to do is I want to show y'all the end of Job, then we're going to close this out. This is probably the longest video sermon, a non-live, that I ever did. Look what he was telling Job. No, you know what? We got to go to chapter 40. Because in chapter 41, that's when the Most High start talking. Yeah, excuse me, y'all. It's cold out here. We had to go to verse 40. Wait, hold on. Because the Most High was still talking. I'm going to read it. He got on Job's heels. Because he looked at it like Job could have responded different. He gave him opportunity, and Job could have responded different. Ah, man, it's a lot, man. Am I going to read all of this? 'Cause I'm trying to get to when Job, the part where Job, where he first started seeing, when he first answered him. Okay, my goodness. Wait, hold on, y'all. I ain't gonna read all of it. He got on Job's heels, y'all. Okay, we gonna go back to verse 37. I'm trying to go back to when Job was talking. I don't want to hear nothing from his friends because they was not helping him. And they were acting like, put it this way, his friends weren't acting right, man. Verse 38, chapter 38, verse 1. Then the Most High answered Job from the whirlwind. When I had my vision of where the throne was, the wind was so strong that all I could do was cover my eyes and brace myself. The light was too bright and the wind was so strong. The first thing he said to him, who is this who darkens the divine plan by words without knowledge? Got on his heels. A lot of people darken his plan by their words without knowledge. That's why it don't make sense to complain. And I was complaining, y'all. I was doing a lot of complaining yesterday. Now, I'm finna show you how the Most High is. Look what he told him in verse 3, Job 38. Now tighten the belt on your waist like a man. He was not going easy on Job. And I shall ask you, and you inform me, where were you when I laid the foundation of the earth? That's probably how he was talking to him. You know so much. He said, man, be a man. Job lost a lot, y'all. But the Most High looked at it like Job should have knew how to react. See, verse 5, who sets his measurements since you know? See how he talking to Job? Or who stretched the measuring line over it? And he's saying this to all y'all atheists too. He got on Job from chapter 38. It's a lot. I ain't gonna read it, y'all. Now we got to go to see where it ended. Let's go to Job 39. This stuff get rough, y'all. He said it was the divine plan. He told the devil, how you consider my servant Job? So what are you doing? The devil was ready to mess with Job. Just like the devil will be ready to mess with me and you too. So he's still talking in chapter 39. So let's go to chapter 40. The Bible was written by men. Who else gonna write it? The divine, the sons or the father, you can't handle seeing them. You'll die. They had to put it on paper, goofy. He said, will the fault finder contend with the Almighty? Let him who rebukes God, the Most High, give an answer. He ready for, he done corrected Job. Now look at Job. Job is humble now. Said, then Job answered the Most High and said, behold, I am insignificant. What can I say in response to you? I put my hand on my mouth. I've spoken once, and I will not reply, or twice, and I will add nothing more. Verse 6, then the Most High answered Job from the whirlwind and said, now tighten your belt on your waist like a man. I will ask you, and you instruct me. Will you really nullify my judgment? Will you condemn me so that you may be justified? That's what people do. They try to condemn the Most High to justify themselves. If there was a God, look, you don't believe in him. You can't question him. He is who he is. Because you don't believe in him, you can't question him. That's what they do. They try to condemn the God that created them to justify themselves. I was born sweet. Or do you have an arm like the Most High, and can you thunder with a voice like his? We talked about dinosaurs. Remember, we sponsored by WeHaulDirect.com. He asked me to talk about dinosaur. He said, behold, behemoth, which I made as well as you. He eats grass like an ox. Behold the strength in his waist and power in the muscles of his belly. That could be, what's the dinosaur that eat grass? I believe that's who he was talking about right there. So don't be surprised if that second beast is a dinosaur in the last days. But we ain't gonna get into that. He hangs his tail like a cedar. Okay, let's go to Job still getting confronted in chapter 40. Can you drag out Leviathan with the fish hook? That's the beginning of chapter 41. He's still getting on Job. He said about Leviathan, he looks on everything that is high, is the king over all the sons of pride. Why do y'all think that scripture I wrote, the people that wasn't doing that? You know why they wasn't doing that? Remember the rich man? We talked about the rich young ruler. Remember the rich man and Lazarus? How Lazarus, he wouldn't even give him a full sandwich. Lazarus had to eat the crumbs. And guess where the rich man went? Yes, sir. Don't believe that money means that the Most High is with you. It's probably a whole gang of rich people that's in hell. Oh, I wish that I missed the days when I had my palace. I'm thirsty. I remember I could drink whatever I wanted right now. And that could have been prophetic. What I just said could have been something that one of them is saying right now. Shout out to Osama. I see your message. Say you're going to come back strong. I'm telling you, man. These people, like, it's people that try to, every time I talk nasty, I do sometimes. I keep it real, y'all. I don't want to be one of them preachers that half of me you don't know about. I want to be the one that just, I know the Most High see me. So I'm going to keep it real. Some of them preachers be scared to say stuff. Now they know I'm doing it and a couple other ones doing it. So now they starting to loosen up a little bit. But it's fake. It's coming off as fake. Because that's not who you are. But people who know me know that I always been the type of person that'll tell you what I'm feeling. Come on. Okay, wait, hold on, y'all. I went off of there. Verse 42. Then Job answered, I had to scroll to see. The Most High and said, I know that you can do all things. That's what he was supposed to know before his trouble, y'all. And the Most High did not go easy on him. He told him, man, tighten your belt like a man. I know that he could do all things. I don't have my own place right now, but I'm going to get my own place because he can do all things. I got brothers and sisters on that I met on this channel because he can do all things. It was many times, and I was talking to the Boston ministry, Revival the Gods, and he said that the devil came at him the same way. The devil wants you to quit. I never quit. When I ain't had nobody, when people was laughing, he preaching to himself. See, this is the part people don't know when they want to accuse me and slander me and do all that. And you supposed to be a believer, huh? A believer in what? Job answered and said, I know that you can do all things and that no plan is impossible for you. All the stuff, all the cars, all the houses, all the money, all the people that's going to help me, all the people that's going to encourage me. Look in my comments. I didn't have none of that. People was barely encouraging me for years. This could have happened a long time ago if I would have came to this conclusion. I know that you can do all things and that no plan is impossible for you. Whatever finna happen in this prison, whatever finna happen in Arizona, I know that he can do all things and no plan is impossible for him. Whatever woman I end up with. Hey, listen, man, look here. The Most High know that I'm not only a prophet, I'm a freaky prophet. He know I'm going to need Hey, listen, I'm going to have to fulfill that there. And that there ain't going nowhere. 30 years from now. Same thing. Oh, get mad. Oh, you talking nasty. Yep, I'm keeping it real. I'm going to be 81 years old if I'm still alive. And I'm still going to be like, come here, baby. Yeah. And that no plan is impossible for you. Who is this who conceals advice without knowledge? Now it seemed like Job was taking shots at his friends. Therefore I have declared that which I did not understand. Things too wonderful for me which I did not know. People, listen, and I will speak. I will ask you, and you instruct me. I have heard of you by the hearing of ear, but now my eyes see you. Everybody that's in the faith is going to go, you got to have this moment right here. The Most High is going to make you see him. I ain't got no money and the job calls me and tells me when I'm going to start. I use all the money. Well, now, I got a little. I always got a little money. Like, I'm not going to look, I'm going to always have some type of money. And I believe that it's enough righteous people out there just going to support me. Let's go back to it. He said, I have heard of you by the hearing of ear, but now my eyes see you. Therefore I retract and I repent. I repent of all that complaining I was doing. And I got to make sure that I'm consistent in knowing, just like Job found out, that you can do all things. That no plan is impossible for him. If he can create the heavens and the earth, he can give me another car. He can give me another house. He can give me more shoes, more clothes, more cologne, more people to help me. It was points where I was like, maybe I was never called to preach. And the Most High will do me the same way. Like, man, like almost like he's saying, man, get out of here with that. You know you called to preach. And I'm here for y'all like y'all here for me. All of y'all. If you ever need to talk, truthblaster888@gmail.com. If you ever, cause listen, if you're a believer, you probably gonna have this moment too one day, if you ain't had it already. And see, Job friends, they couldn't get him through the moment because they probably never went through it. Now let's go. And as we close, let's go to this. Let's go to the end of Job 42. It said that, and it came about after the Most High had spoken the words to Job, that the Most High said to Eliphaz the Temanite, my wrath is kindled against you and against your two friends, because you have not spoken of me what is trustworthy as my servant Job has. So they was messing Job's head up because they was novice. You just got to know, man. Don't go to these people. These people not spiritual, the majority of them. That's the focus of this video. It's not a lot of real ones, man. Help your brother, whether it's me or somebody else. If it's in your hand to help, help, because that's how righteousness is fulfilled. Remember, pure religion is this: to visit the orphan and the fatherless. Pure religion. You see how he said it was righteous? It's not only faith, it's action. Who you making sacrifices to help? He was mad at them. Look at verse 10. The Most High also restored the fortunes of Job when he prayed for his friends. And the Most High increased double all that Job had. Then all his brothers and all his sisters and all who had known him came to him, and they ate bread with him in his house. And they sympathized with him and comforted him for all the adversities that the Most High had brought on him. Not the devil. It's not always the devil. But sometime when he bring the adversity, it's to make you understand who he is. And going back up, Job, I know that you can do all things and no plan is impossible for you. That's all he was trying to show Job. We need to learn how to see this so we won't have to go through all of that. I forgive everybody that could have helped me and didn't. I can't do it like Job, though, man. Job is more righteous than me. And some people, I can't rock with them no more. But I forgive them, man. Look, they did, going back up. Because you have not spoken of me that what is trustworthy as my servant Job has. They didn't know. Like my one guy think that he doing something righteous like he was doing something righteous by just letting me suffer. I made the best of it, man. I even had a buddy in the shelter. So we were walking around everywhere, eating together, charging our phones up together. I gave him my number, man. Hopefully I hear from him again, but look out for the brother, Most High. Restore his fortunes. And show him not to trust these scallywags. Because what happened with him is he has a chick that moved to Arizona. And just like I came back up here, these women, man, don't put no confidence in them, man. We got to dwell with them in an understanding way, like 1 Peter chapter 3 say. Understanding is get your own. Don't put no confidence in them. And just like she will pack my stuff and told me that she ain't want to deal with me no more. Which, well, I ain't got to go into details about it, man. It's a long story. Not the first time she did it. His girl did the same thing. And you know what he said? He even quoted that scripture and we was laughing, man. Everybody know that scripture. It's better to dwell on the corner of a roof than in the house with a contentious woman. What he did when she put him out, she fronted him off. They was somewhere, she fronted him off. He confronted her, she put him out. He went and got him some liquor and went to the park and was drinking it. I guess what happened was the police took him to the shelter. That's where I met him at. And when WeHardDirect.com looked out for me, you know, that time, I looked at him, shook his hand, gave him my number, and I left. WeHardDirect.com deserves your support. Don't just go over there. You need that stuff anyway. Buy it. Don't be a window shopper. Being stingy. Remember what we just read. You can't be stingy with people like him. Verse 12. And the Most High blessed the latter days of Job more than his beginning. And he had 14,000 sheep, 6,000 camels. He was rich, y'all. 1,000 yoke of oxen, and 1,000 female donkeys. He also had 7 sons and 3 daughters. So Job had 10 more kids. Job was, while y'all want to act like righteous men don't be moving and shaking in the bedroom. Job had 10 more kids. How did Job make those kids? That's how. While y'all ain't got no son, you too tight for the Most High to use. You too fake. Look at this. It says, in all the land, no woman were found as beautiful as Job's daughters. And their father gave them inheritances among their brothers. Say, Job lived 140 years and saw his sons and grandsons 4 generations, and Job died an old man and full of days. Happy ending. Why? What's going to give you the happy ending? Knowing the Most High. Don't listen to no YouTuber that try to talk. Look, man, you lose credibility when you try to talk like he don't exist. Won't you bring your rich self over here and let me cook you? Because some people, they think that money makes them. You'll be like the rich young ruler. You'll be like the rich man in the parable of the rich man and Lazarus. You're going to come up short. Don't be that way, y'all. We got some content coming, y'all. This is the truth, man. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. I didn't get into them numbers. I had it at $2,434 or anywhere close to it will help me make it until my first paycheck. So I know some of y'all can do that other thing and help me get my other car and get that going. But nonetheless, whatever you could do, I just want y'all to recognize who y'all are doing it for. You're doing it for somebody that really needs your help, for one. And that somebody that knows the Most High. I know that whatever he want me to have, that's what I'm going to get out of this. I'm going back to Arizona, y'all. It's too cold. When I look at how things was going there, I know it wasn't that long, but I know that that's where I'm supposed to be. All I gotta do is look at how things went here when I came back. Yeah, I forgive everybody. Everybody, I forgive. The only people I don't gotta forgive is my kids, because my kids didn't take no wrong attitudes or wrong approaches or do anything wrong to me. But anybody that did, I forgive them. It's okay. I had to go through this. I had to go through this to see the hand of the Most High. Now notice how he do things. The moment I couldn't figure nothing out, the phone rings and they call me and tell me when I'm supposed to start. And y'all gonna see when I upload part 1, which you should be watching first. Some of y'all be watching stuff out of turn. You gonna see. Just keep helping me, y'all, because I need it. I do. I'm getting back down there either way it go. Y'all can help me, or other people can help me, or however he gonna do it. I saw some things down there that somebody need to do something about. It goes on here too, but not like down there. And I'm going to take y'all's support and other people's support that's going to come along the way that he going to send. And I'm going to do some things about this. May he protect me from those. Because, and YouTube, let me just say this in closing. When you shadow ban my videos, man, I mean, look what I'm dealing with. Did you see my video last night where my plan was to walk around the whole entire night, but it got too cold. So I went somewhere. I went back to the house. I told my son I need my phone's charged. And I was finna leave. Then I said, it's too cold out there. But today I was thinking about it like, man, I got to figure out a way. That's when I bought this. I got this so my hair won't come out like last time. The stocking cap. And still, you see that gray just falling? The gray falling, man. A piece of it practically covered my eye up. I went and bought this last night. Can we do 2,400? Some of y'all, you sitting on $500,000. Somebody that's gonna see this is sitting on $500,000. Man, you could help me, man. Come on, man. You could literally help me get my other car. But even if you said, nah, I'm going to help you with the 24. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. I appreciate all y'all. I even appreciate the one that they might not have money to give, but they'll share my content. They'll hit the like button. But no Matrix people. If you go to my old channel, they still shadow banning it. I don't have a video on there with 1,000 views. How is that possible? Going back to 2008. Shadow ban. Y'all need to realize, man, when you shadow banning me, it's like you helping keep this going. If you would allow my views to get the maximum viewership, membership, subscribers, and not shadow ban me, be completely fair with my video, this wouldn't even be happening. It wouldn't. I knew what I was doing when I started making more videos. But sometimes be spiritual wickedness in high places. We can combat it though, y'all, by being a team, by being the family of the Most High. And my resources are for you, and your resources are supposed to be for me. We a family down here, man. We supposed to be looking out for each other. And some people have, man. Trust me when I tell you. But there are some that could and they don't. That's because these little fake preachers talking about good soil, bad soil. Ain't no such thing. If something can grow in soil, it's gonna grow. I don't make it bad because this can't grow in the soil. That don't make it bad. Something else can. Anything, dirt, the Most High created dirt that something can grow in it. All dirt. Because it's just like it's life in blood, it's life in dirt. This world been created by him. You trying to act like it happened, your day is coming. You're going to be on the left. The eternal fire is going to be yours, but it don't have to be. You know, I used to think it was my job to stop people from going to hell. It's my job not to stop you from going, but to show you the other way. Look, hell is that way, but you can go that way. But I don't stand in the way like, no, don't go that way. If you want to go that way, go ahead. Y'all be like, man, my mama. Look, man. Your family know when you're a preacher. Sometimes they still don't respect you. Sometimes they still don't help you. They messing up themselves by how they do you as a believer, and they don't even be knowing it. I forgive, but look, I'm not going to stop nobody who want to go to hell. You want to go to hell, it's that way. I want you to go this way, but as a prophet, you supposed to have the attitude, oh, you want to go to hell? You sure? Okay, hell is that way. Most High ain't sweating nobody. I could have cried all night and complained all night. The Most High have been up there like, look at this little wimp. Yeah. And he's still going to be Most High, and he's still going to have the same demeanor, same energy, same everything. When you talking about, why you let stuff happen to kids? He looking at you like, waiting for you to ask him the right way, then he going to show you. Heaven is for the kids. They ain't missing nothing on earth. Goofy? Wouldn't that be funny if the Most High was calling people goofies? But anyway, I got other things to do. I got other videos to make. I do thank y'all for watching. Keep tuning in for more videos. Maybe I should change my name to the Triumph Man. Right now, I'm the Truth Man. Maybe I should change my name to the Triumph Man. I had 2 car accidents. 2! I got hit by a big truck. The other truck ran me off the road. I couldn't get here because I ain't had no lockbox. Come on now. Don't give up, man. Know who the Most High is. And treat him like himself. This is the Triumph, man. I mean the Truth, man. I'm sorry, y'all. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping All Subjects channel. Remember, y'all, help your brother. Help your brother. Help your brother. Whether it's me in my situation or somebody that you know in your personal life in their situation, help them. Y'all got guys that ain't on no type of dope. They just can't catch a break. Stuff going wrong. Laid off from his job and you know he got kids over there. Help him. Some of y'all is well to do. Be like, look, I know they trying to take your house. I'm going to help you start the new year out right. Here your mortgage. You want to know what moves the Most High? When you do things that you didn't have to do because you know that's what he wants you to do. And that'll make him move. He'll be up there like, wow. That's great. Y'all making the devil move. Devil be like, yeah, don't give him S. F that nigga. Fake prophet. He a fake prophet. Beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep clothing. Devil will be telling you that. You ain't got to give him nothing. He put himself in that situation. F him. Go on to the left, bro. Go on over there with the rest of the goats. Remember, the Baphomet is a goat. We ain't got to go into but we are going to talk about this stuff a little more. But go on over there with the goats, dog. F that nigga. He's supposed to be for Trump. How he ain't got no money? I ain't giving no Trump supporter nothing. Go on over there to the left, bro. Like I told y'all, if somebody be like, if they come up to me like in their own way and be like, I'm trying to find my way to the Most High, I'm trying to find my way to heaven. Oh, okay, I can help you with that. It's this way right here. But people that, man, I don't believe none of them. Hell, it's that way. You ain't gonna move the Most High. You ain't gonna move none of the rest of us. You ain't gonna move nobody whose name is in the book of life. If you choosing it, go ahead. Go. Hurry up. This is the triumph, man. I'm finna add that. Prophet Howard, the truth man. No Matrix, the triumph man. The conquered man. And all of y'all that think that God is judging me, be careful that he don't do this to you.